Good morning everyone, today I'm taking you on a photography adventure on this awesome tropical island in the Philippines. Let's go! Alright guys, I hope you're having an amazing day. So today is super special because I'm going to bring you on this photography adventure. Today we're supposed to be going around the island and filming for the travel video. Also we're joined with Michael and Nelly from Making It Happen vlog. You can check them out on YouTube. And I'm gonna be taking a lot of photos along the way. And I thought, hey, why don't I share with you how I take those photos? Because I'm going to apply a lot of things I talked about in the tutorials. So for example, number one is going to be having your subject stand out of the background, using polarizing filters, posing a little bit the people. So I'm going to take you on that adventure, and the first stop we're going to have is right here, right now, and it is this beautiful waterfall. The goal is to get, well, cool shots of the waterfall and people with the waterfall. So let's see what we can do. Warning guys, this didn't go as planned. This is not a video about beautiful photo shoot that works very well. This is actually a lot more important. Highly encourage you to keep watching. Just so you know, we tried to get the first shot by a tree and it sounded like a great idea in our head. Alright, so Nelly has that idea of composing that picture like that. So you see there's this cool tree over here, and with her phone she just wants a quick picture just like that. So let's see what we can do. So I took the first shot here from that side, and the waterfall is on the left. It's cool, and I shot at 0.4 seconds because I want actually the waterfall to be fully, how do you call that, like one line, you know. I want it to be blurry, because if you stop it, it's cool, but I think the effect being blurry is even better. Now if I have to do it again, I will change and put the polarizing filter. I'll show you why after, but right now I want another one where the cascade is in the V, and so Nelly is gonna stand out of the background because she's gonna be on the white part of the waterfall. So it should be pretty cool. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the picture looks like. But after we took the photos, we actually realized that nothing stands out. It's very difficult, it's very confusing, there's lots happening on those photos. We just realized that those photos are very difficult to work with. Now, even the composition, I wasn't 100% sure about it. On the spot, I had that great idea, as I explained in the video, to get that frame with the tree and the waterfall. That sounded like a great idea, but the problem, and I will show you, is the moment you start editing it, since I shot it at f10 or even more, what was it, f8, well, it's difficult to split the subject out of the background. So Nelly is kind of blending in the forest, and if you can see before after, it's really dark. If I bring out too much light, there is way too many details everywhere in that image, and then it gets very confusing. If you look at that photo in very small, there's actually not much standing out. The idea was good, but the execution could have been way better. I think it's a problem of light. Your subject has to be lit up perfectly so that it really stands out of the background. Although it's in the middle of that V frame from the tree, it is not that great. So what I did after an edit, I tried to add a little bit of, how do you call that, of light around Nelly, just to make her stand out a bit more. I think it works a little bit, but it is clearly not what I had expected. I had expected something a lot more epic in my head, and this is not what we got. But you know what? This is exactly the reality of shooting. You don't always get the right shots. You might have an idea and it totally turns out differently. Maybe you can relate, and also maybe you have ideas on how I could have made that photo a lot better. Also, quick note, I shot at 0.4 second. Very bad idea when there is wind, because the trees were moving, and yeah, I didn't think about it before. I didn't realize there was that much wind. So if you peek in the details, it is actually not sharp either. So big fail from my part on that. But at the time, you know what, I didn't really know, because you can only see so much in your camera. Sometimes it looks better, or you look at it in reality, it looks amazing, but once you shoot it, it's not that great. So what we decided, we kept going down by the waterfall, and here I messed up again. So now in terms of shots here with that waterfall, as you can see, it's a bit constructed, so it's not ultra natural, but my goal right here is going to be to try to really make it out as if it was totally natural in the nature. I'm not trying to trick or anything, I just prefer it personally. If I want to have just the waterfall, I can go in the nature and get a glimpse of it, or actually I can come super close right here and then shoot just the waterfall with the wide angle. I'm gonna get the full width of it. It's it's going to be beautiful. But I want to show you, I put on the polarizing filter and this is what it does. All right, so that's when it's activated and that's when it's not. I'm sure you can see the difference in the reflection in the water and also in the colors in the trees. It gets way more punchy, and yeah, I think it looks much better with a polarizing filter. This one is also ND and polarizing, and you might have seen in the video with all my gear, and it's super practical, not just for video but also for the photos, because then I drag the shutter at 1/4 of a second or less to actually get the full blur on the waterfall, which is pretty cool. Here I messed up again, guys. This is the perfect example of do it while you can. Trina keeps telling me that. Do it while you can. There's light, get your shot now. Don't think about coming back later. You see, that idea of getting just the waterfall was great, but I didn't set it up correctly. I took a quick and dirty shot thinking I'm gonna come back to it after and take a proper shot. Now I ended up with that random shot, which I don't really like that much, to be honest. It just does nothing to me, but I knew I could have done it way better, even if I had gone in the water, walked a little bit inside to get the right shot. So do it while you can, otherwise you will miss your shot. Now hopefully we got a few more ideas for shots. All right, so Michael and Nelly are doing a shot I was talking about for my intro. So the goal here was simply to have the person aligned fully with the waterfall, and that's what I wanted, because as I mentioned, it really makes you stand out of the background, and that to me it captivates way more the attention. And I don't know if you saw around me, but some parts of that decor are not the most ideal, but if you look just at the photo, it looks insane. And you kind of think, wow, that face is crazy. Now the goal is going to be to go over there to take Michael, a photo of Michael. I want to try to get that angle where it looks like the waterfall is literally coming out of nowhere in the jungle, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So Michael's over there, which means you see the moment we pass behind, we're gonna get rid of everything else. It's gonna look super natural. Now the goal is not to fall with the camera also. I've got an 85mm 1.8 in my pocket, and I'm on the 1635 2.8 right now. I think we need to shoot it wide, but we're gonna try a few. This is what we're looking at. Michael is really well centered with the waterfall right now. It looks pretty cool. There is this element in the background that's slightly distracting. Here you can still feel the people. So I'm going to go even lower, and you'll see it's going to be magic. Everyone's gonna disappear slowly. So boom, that's a pretty cool one. Let's try. Alright, this is a difficulty right now because I can't really see. The camera is literally on a rock. Alright, now I'm trying another one, guys, with the 85mm. Just like that, trying to put a rock in front of Michael. Should look pretty cool. I think we got a few cool shots. The goal is really to have someone in that background to give some depth to the landscape and show the width, the height of that waterfall. If you have no one, you don't know exactly what size it is. Just got another idea. What if we put Trina over there in the V, so she gets framed and she's got the waterfall in the center? That could be cool too. Okay guys, do you want me to tell you the reality is that I had Trina over there and I got a few shots, but they're all blurry because I was at 0.4 seconds and all blurry, and also because Trina was like burning her feet because the ground is so hot right now. So we have to take the shot again. I'm getting super, how do you call that, super sweaty right now. It's super humid. I can't wait to go and dive in the water. We're gonna try again, get the shot, and we'll shoot it at 85mm also. This is the reality of most of the days. I think I'm gonna be here just 1 hour, and 2 hours later we're still here. So let's get the shot. Looking pretty good now. Here the shots, I'm not 100% sure about them. I think I like some of them, but I want to say something and maybe you can help me. In those conditions with so much green, so many leaves, so many details everywhere around, I'm always confused exactly about the editing part, because I feel that either it looks too HDR-ish, or there are too many details, or the leaves are too shiny. I don't know, in forests I've always had trouble shooting it right whenever I'm going for the big picture. Now if I zoom in and if you look at that shot at 85mm 1.8, it looks much better. My subject really stands out. You get a little bit of the waterfall in the background and all that. It's great, but the moment I'm trying to get pulled out of the frame and get the whole ambience, it No, I don't know. It works, but not that much. So if you look at those shots, it kind of works. It's kind of cool. Here I edited a bit more. We've got Trina in the middle. It's interesting. So I brought up the light on the waterfall, tried to tone it down around it, but I don't know. It's just lacking something. Now I'm not saying those shots are bad. I would say I'm like 80% happy, but the last 20% seem unachievable right now. I just don't have the idea when I want to try to grade the whole frame. So maybe it's one of those places actually that looks better with the gray sky, so that you don't get those dark and light spots. I don't know. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think could have been done better, because I'm super curious. Actually, I'm reaching out to you this time to see how we could have done it better, considering you've seen the footage, you've seen the place, what it looked like. What could we do better in those settings? If you have any idea, please let me know in the comment. Now, just when we were about to stop shooting at that location, something incredible happened. Guys, look at that. This is the first time I see it. There's some kind of rainbow, but it's like horizontal in the sky. So weird. It's incredible. Wow. Those were the shots I just took, and I'm sharing them on Instagram, and also more behind the scene on Instagram. So if you don't follow, just hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM, just say hi, or if you have any tips and all that. This place is super beautiful. I think we got interesting shots. Now I might come back another morning to get, because as you can see, the light is not hitting the water anymore, and I really want to get a drone shot of the waterfall being lit up. So I will come back, I think, in the morning tomorrow. And right now we're gonna head for lunch. We're running low on energy, and we're gonna explore other areas. Not sure what we're gonna shoot yet. Let's go explore together. It's gonna be interesting. Now this was the last fail of the day. The light totally changed. It got gray and cloudy, super windy. We didn't get to shoot more because I really wanted to get super sunny pictures over there. I think it brings out a different ambience versus having a cloudy sky, which is not what I was looking for. Now we did enjoy a delicious meal, but that's for another video on the other channel. All right, so this was a perfect example of do it while you can. Check your photos on the field before you move on, so that you're 100% sure you got exactly what you wanted. You always have the opportunity to shoot it again when you're on location, but once you're out, you are out. There is no going back. I mean, I'm lucky enough because we're here for a few days, but to be honest, I'd rather hit other spots versus going back to get a shot that I kind of half-assed. So yeah, definitely remember that if you're trying to shoot. Also, I'm hypercritical with my photos. Maybe you like some of them, I don't know. So I want to invite you to come over to Instagram, because I share a lot more behind the scenes over there in the stories. I can't put everything on YouTube, and obviously I also ask for your opinion on how a scene could look like and what we could make better. So if you think you've got a few cool ideas, or if you want to get inspired by other people's recommendation, just come over at Pierre Lambert. Drop me a DM, say hi, and I'll see you there. And guys, I really want to thank you for watching. Not everything in photography is perfect and works. A lot of shots you see on Instagram are actually curated, and there are a lot of failures. So even if you see great photographers, don't imagine that they don't take bad shots. I've been with some great photographers, and I can tell you, they were taking some pretty bad shots. But then they're able also to get those gems that we all look up to. So keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged if you think your work is not there. Just keep grinding it, keep crushing it, keep shooting, and it's gonna get there. So with that being said, guys, if you haven't done it so already, which would be super surprising, please do it. Hit that SUBSCRAB button, ring that notification bell. It's gonna make a huge jump. It's going to be awesome, and you will be able to join the next adventures right here in the Philippines, and the next one in the Maldives, and then in India, and then south of France. I mean, there's a lot happening. There's going to be a lot. The next video should be about street photography here in the tiny fisherman villages, so it's going to be great. I'll be sharing my tips on how to shoot people. See you in the next episode. Have an amazing day, and get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new. Even if you fail 200 times, get that 201 shots. That will be great. Bye.